into my laptop so I can have free Sunday ticket.
Well, the Feds
nudes?
just heard that because
does
we're
he email
live.
any nudes? I need to see them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm going to try to minimize myself.
So,
I can't.
if the Jags beat the Patriots
Yeah.
and then we beat the Packers,
We're not beating the Packers.
we'll be
3-5.
3-5 going into our bye week. Time to rest up, and then maybe a second half of season surge.
Yeah, it was Vikings, Lions, Texans. Sounds great.
Eagles, Vikings, Lions, Texans.
Eagles, we could beat Eagles.
So we go, Eric. Go, Eric. Go.
I'm in a black wife beater as a sign of death.
Oh,
Duval till we die.
we're dead.
Yeah, we're dead. I'm dead. This is my this is me now. You're not going to see me in Jags merch anymore unless I'm working out and getting it disgustingly dirty and sweaty and smelly, because that's what they deserve. And you guys will be the first to know that I'm working on a new album.
Oh,
Yes.
Christmas album. Christmas.
I would
Christmas.
love that.
Sadly, it's a Jags album.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, it's a Jags. Come on, brother. It's a parody Jags album. I have 3 tracks right now.
Oh, well.
It's just something. This is just gonna be something fun because all the content we've done over the years of Jags football, the reaction videos, that's fucking absolutely dead to me. I don't know how people keep doing those year in and year out, just reacting to their team's football plays. Fuck.
Can you imagine if we still had a Jags channel where we like,
Did skits reacting to the games?
or just recapping games or previewing games?
Oh my God.
So glad we killed that. I killed that.
Like if we're coming back Thursday and previewing Jags Patriots London week
Like,
7.
who's watching that?
I'll do it.
Somebody's watching.
Jack would record it.
Somebody's watching
Should
that.
I take it?
Doing it, but also watching the game.
Alex,
I
we
should
can't
take
hear
over
you.
my.
Thank you.
I should.
So sorry.
I should start a video series on the Dunn and Drew channel. It's just me solo talking about the Jags.
I'm sure
But
you do so well.
I've unlocked a new content path with music.
Parody. You are the Weird Al Eric Dunn of Jaguars.
I am. I don't know why it took me so long to unlock this. Probably because I was just in the rhythm of our 9 and 8 seasons and being good. So I never really thought about making music to it. But starting 1 in whatever the fuck it is, who gives a shit? I can't do anything anymore. I've done everything because we've been doing this since 2017 and we've had so many losing seasons. We've done all the content we can do about losing that I was just like, fuck it. Let me dance. So cha-cha slide it is. Whatever the fuck I come up with next it is. But that's all I got for y'all. I can't analyze this team no more. There's nothing to say. We all know what the problem is. And until someone's dead,
Who's that?
I can't say. They might clip this and send it to JSO. But nothing will change. So the only thing I can do to appease the fans that like still care, that are sitting and watching YouTube previews of Jags Patriots, all I can do for you guys is make parody content. Because I'm not going to give you the breakdown of Jags Patriots. Neither is Andy. Jack might.
I might not even watch.
You're gonna watch.
I was going to live stream me in the bed just sleeping.
Whoa. Oh.
I have some terrible news today. Really bad. So the Jaguars needed one more thing to happen. They needed the NFL owners to approve a new stadium. And if they did, they would be here for another 30 plus years. And it got approved today. So unfortunately, the Jaguars are in Jacksonville for at least the next 30 years.
Why is the owners the last thing that has to pass. I feel like that would be something that's first.
You'd think maybe they have to look at the deal and the money in the deal, split between the city and the team. But
I think I don't know how often they have these owners meetings. Maybe
once a
monthly.
year.
I think it's definitely more than once a year because they have them in
Twice a year.
March.
Twice a
Maybe-
year.
Yeah, maybe it is twice a year then. Because Brady also got approved today.
So he owns the Raiders now?
He owns 5%. Yes.
Okay.
I think
Wonder-
it said like him and his partner own like 10%.
5%. Like what? What does that do for you?
And it's probably still so much.
5% of $1 billion franchise is
Like that's
a lot of money.
I know he has a ton of money, but that's like probably all he could afford, to be honest. I'll run the numbers.
So Mark Davis is still the owner, like the majority owner. Wonder why he put up the rest for sale.
Well, because the Davis family doesn't they're one of like the poor owners. Like they only have their money from football.
Talk your shit, Jack.
I mean, the
Brokey.
Steelers just beat the shit out of the Raiders. Now he's calling them poor.
I was just
That
about to say
broke ass
the Rooney
franchise.
family, the Steelers owners, they're also one of them. Like same with the Bears.
Broke.
It's just it's just passed down through family. It's not like Shad Khan
Oh,
buys the team
rich.
or yeah, he's the richest owner, I think, right?
fuck.
And also
No, one of them.
whoever's the owner of Walmart that just bought the Broncos a year or two ago.
Sam Walton.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think that's his name though.
Oh, I think it is.
I think his name is Patton or Peyton, which is confusing because of Sean Payton.
And Peyton Manning.
Interesting. I thought he had Sam in his name because Walmart also owns Sam's Club. But you got the laptop
You
to
know
check.
the owner of Sam's Club off the top of your head?
It's the same
It's Walmart.
same owner of Walmart.
Let's see if I can get this. All right, well, just say 5%. Brady's pieces of the 10% was about 7. Okay, let's just say 5%. How much is the Raiders worth? 6.7 billion.
It's like
So let's run the numbers.
Run it.
750 mil.
Times.
What are we doing?
Ooh.
So
Finding out Brady's cut.
per our calculations, Brady invested 335 million.
What?
He doesn't have that much money.
There's no way.
I don't think he doesn't have that cash up front, but maybe he
He probably sold some investments.
financed. Yeah, I don't know.
So now
That's-
This
So that
is
your
wealthy
explanation of
talk.
Why he only got that much? Because NFL teams are extremely expensive.
I just want to know like what's in it for him.
As
To be, I don't know, an owner.
Like why the Raiders? Like
The only one
LeBron.
available. Not many owners want to give
Like
up.
how
ownership
passionate
stakes.
is he in turning that franchise around?
I don't-
Like what say does he have, or is he just there for the profits?
I think he's just there for
All
the
the
profits.
above. I mean,
I'm sure he has some seat at the table for
I bet they'll
decisions.
want him to be involved in decision making because
Yeah.
of who he is.
Yeah, exactly.
He's probably in it for that because obviously he loves football and also it's very profitable.
Can you be a head coach / owner?
No, and this is why
No?
it was like Rappaport or someone tweeted it like when it was official. It's like this officially ends Brady's playing career because he cannot play anymore after if you're an owner.
So he's not coming back.
No.
Can he still Can he still call Raiders games?
He can, and that's like a crazier element that like he's still like an owner as broadcasting is.
He's breaking barriers.
But it's just it's kind of like it's somewhat a conflict of interest because he's an owner now. It was like this big story a couple weeks ago. I feel like we talked about it in here. Maybe we didn't, but
Probably not.
because the broadcast team leading up to the game, like they go out to wherever they're going early and like interview the team, so they have stuff to talk about up in the booth in between whatever in
Correct.
downtime.
Production.
So now, but owners said if he gets approved for this, which he did today, that he's no longer allowed to interview teams in production meetings because that just kind of gives one ownership like I don't know
an insight.
eyes. Yeah. In
What if he's calling a Raiders game?
Right. Well, I don't even know. I mean, they're not going to be getting the Fox game of the week, so that shouldn't be an issue. But that's just an interesting layer to it that he can't do what normal comment or broadcasters do and interview teams and players. He can His role is just simply just being up there talking about what is happening in
On
the
the
field.
field,
Which we
yeah.
feel like that's like their only job, but like these production meetings are like you don't realize that like they have a lot of
I
inside
realize it.
intel. Yeah, I mean people like you, but casuals don't.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, good pod.
We were out last week due to Hurricane Irma,
Oh,
and
2016.
we were all safe, right? We were safe. Alex fled, Jack stayed, Andy was.
Oh, we didn't even lose power here.
Didn't lose any power.
I'd not lose power either.
Somehow Jacksonville always until it doesn't, because Tampa, they hadn't had a direct hit like that in a long time, if ever. They always hit, Fort Myers or like these back-to-back hurricanes have hit brand new cities that don't really experience these types of storms, which is weird considering how many form in the Gulf. All of them form in the Gulf now. Can't remember the last one that came from the Atlantic and came to the East Coast. Probably Matthew. But Jacksonville is a safe haven for hurricanes until it's not. But the way this city floods, if we ever get like the direct hit, the city's going to be underwater as well.
Would you take a direct hit for a Jags Super Bowl?
Yes. They'll recover.
Okay.
But
There have been a lot of major hurricanes make landfall in the United States since 2017. They've all been on the Gulf Coast. Texas, Louisiana, Florida, and Alabama.
Is Alabama
I don't
touch
think-
the Gulf?
Bama don't get hit.
Bama
I don't
has
think
touches
Bama's
the
got
Gulf, but I don't think they've gotten a direct hit.
Mm.
But yeah, they're all lying the Gulf Coast. We have not on the East Coast of Florida not had a direct hit. Even I think North Carolina had a direct hit a while ago.
Well,
But
They just
Didn't
got
they-
fucked by
yeah. What's those last? Helene.
Helene or whatever.
well, that wasn't a direct hit.
Oh, okay.
Still insane, like more damage than what a direct hit could do sometimes. Helene just destroyed North Carolina.
What does direct hit like actually mean?
It has to make landfall
On the area.
there.
So like the waves crashing in. That's direct hit.
The storm, like
Storm
The
surge.
eye of the storm.
making landfall. Like it's the first place that it touches.
And that's
That's a direct hit.
That's where it experiences the highest wind.
Okay. So then, what did North Carolina get with Helene? Like,
Just
was
a
it
lot of rain.
So they got a lot of rain, and it was just failed infrastructure. The dams failed.
okay.
I'm pretty sure 2 of them failed, which led to just mass amounts of waters. And what seemed like storm surge, it was just water in their system. Like it couldn't be ran through the area properly.
Okay.
Because it's in the mountains.
So just water, not. I mean, was the damage primarily water? Or
It was
was
all
also
water.
winds-
It was all
wind
water.
too
All
that,
water.
like, knocked
Oh,
stuff down.
there may have been a little bit of wind whenever Helene came through. I was in South Carolina, and I'm pretty sure we got like 60-mile-an-hour winds still. So they may have gotten a little bit, but the main damages was water.
Okay.
The number one killer in hurricanes is water. Storm surge. What?
It's not funny. I just read a comment.
Oh.
It's
Speak
Bubba
it.
in all caps. How is Jack's hole? Question marks.
Oh, the hole in your bathroom.
Still there.
It's still there? You still have a hole?
Yeah.
Is it wet?
Not that wet. I mean, it's just a huge, huge gaping hole. But it hasn't been dripping that much.
What is-
Oh my
what is-
god.
What is Mario doing?
Well, no, it's not even him. I haven't called him back because I'm still waiting on home insurance.
It's a me.
You should call FEMA.
What's that?
Oh.
Sorry.
That boy needed direct hit.
That's great. Yeah. You need a direct hurricane hit. You'll learn about FEMA.
What's FEMA?
You never heard of FEMA?
Why? What is
You're
it?
so locked
What?
in on football tape.
No. What is it?
FEMA is the government like disaster aid. They give you money if like you get destroyed from a natural disaster.
Why would I know that?
Destroyed.
I've never.
But it's because they talk about it in the news.
Yeah, if you turned on
Everywhere.
like 2 seconds of the Weather Channel, you would know what FEMA is.
I'm not.
But
Who's tuning into the weather? No offense. Who's tuning into the weather?
I'm not the Weather
Yes, you
Channel.
are.
People are obsessed with storm coverage. Like when hurricanes are coming, we love watching that. It's-
because it's just not funny, but I can't fathom just standing in the middle of it and they're just reporting live while they're getting fucking.
That's a good point.
It's getting
Yeah.
blown the fuck around. And I'm just watching it like, what the fuck? These guys love this shit, but it's dangerous. Find cover. Like shit's falling around them. They're standing in like 3 feet of storm surge and just talking about it behind them.
I was watching because I do get obsessed with storms and storm coverage. And when a hurricane comes, I'll like tune into the local TV channel to where the hurricane's hitting just to see what their coverage is. And it is local news doesn't really do it as much anymore as the Weather Channel still does it. Like they'll have the reporter in the wind and rain for what? Like to show me what? I'm not going out.
Yeah.
It's entertaining to watch, but like what's the value outside of you just admit that you're doing it for ratings.
Yeah.
Because you're not providing any sort of I guess valuable information for me with you. You could put the camera on a tree and I could see how that's blowing in the wind and the rain. But you standing out there, okay, I won't go out. Thank you.
Yeah, it's shock value more than anything, I think, because they have live cameras set up everywhere, so we can see the weather.
But why do I have to see a person?
Yeah, with their cameraman walking with them, showing all the destruction going on around them. But like I said,
Sure,
I can't keep my eyes off. Jim Cantor, the black dude,
Yeah, Jim
and and when they throw to each other, it's like very hilarious because one guy will be standing in like 3 feet of storm surge and he'll be like, yo, Carl, so you guys have got the worst of the storm over there. They cut it, and this man's like, yeah, Jim. It's like, I'd be dead. And then Jackson will just be like blue skies and shit. I'm like, damn, they getting fucked. But Daytona always gets fucked. Our house got water up to the garage again.
Any damage?
It only got in the garage. It didn't get into the house like it did last time with Ian. So we got lucky. But it's like going to become a thing now because the house, that neighborhood hasn't flooded 28 years that we lived there, but the last 2,
it's crazy.
it's flooded now.
Like what's going wrong?
I think it's the drainage in the city. I think someone damaged it and they're not like fixing it. They're just letting it happen. So I think the city's got to come up with a lawsuit or something to get that changed because we're not even in like a flood zone.
Right? And it pretty much should be an evacuation zone.
Yeah.
Even though you're not like near the coastline.
Like the entire neighborhood, this flooding was worse than Ian visually just in the whole neighborhood, but not our house specifically. Like the entrance to our neighborhood had water like up to people's grass. I was like, what the fuck? So if we get more, this is going to keep happening until they fix whatever the fuck the problem is. But luckily my parents weren't there this time. They went to a hotel and they just got power like 3 days ago.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But Daytona always gets like, they get ran. It doesn't matter if it's a 1 or just a tropical storm. But we were good up here. But Andy was busy, so we didn't record.
Andy's fault.
I worked crazy hours during this last hurricane. For Helene, it was manageable. I was 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for 2 days. But for this one, I was 1 a.m. Wednesday, 1 a.m. to 1 p.m., and then Thursday, 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it was absolutely miserable. I slept, so Wednesday before work, I slept from like maybe 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then
Crazy.
maybe for an hour between 11 p.m. and midnight. So maybe like 2 hours of sleep going into that shift. And when I was at work, so my adrenaline's going though. So when I get there, I'm like, all right, let's just start working. But then it hit me at like 4 a.m.
You still have 9 more hours.
Yeah,
Yikes.
it's crazy. And
What'd you do?
I snuck out to the green room that has a couch. So while they were doing a show in the studio, I slept in the green room right next to it for probably like 20 minutes, but it was enough to like last me the rest of the day. My body was tricked into thinking that I actually got some good sleep. So I got a second wind and lasted. And then the next day I slept in the sleep that I was getting this day felt like a fever dream. Like when you're really sick and you're getting sleep, it just feels really weird. I slept from maybe like 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. and then didn't go back to sleep again. So 3 hours there.
That's crazy.
And then was up from 5 p.m. all the way to my shift starting at 1 a.m. and then awake all the way till 1 p.m. So yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get sick. I'm surprised I didn't I don't know. I usually get sick in those situations, but I didn't. Must be eating right.
Must be the magic in Alex's desserts.
Yeah.
It's a salt.
It is the salt.
But yeah, that's life lately. I guess we'll talk football. As Eric tries Alex's baking this week. Last time we were here, it was what would you call that?
I would call it more so like an apple pie cheesecake.
Fuck. What would you call these?
These are just, it's just cookies, elevated cookies. We got a batch of a play on a pumpkin snickerdoodle with a cream cheese filling on the inside. And then we have a brown butter Biscoff chocolate chip cookie with sea salt on top with a Biscoff cream cheese filling inside of those.
Oh, fuck.
And caramel. I don't know if you mentioned
No,
caramel.
it's Biscoff on top.
There's no caramel in it?
No, it's Biscoff on top.
The melted Biscoff?
That's melted Biscoff.
How do you melt a cookie?
What's
like
the
a cracker
drizzle?
Cookie?
What?
You're saying that's the Biscoff?
That's Biscoff.
Oh, I thought that was peanut
But there's
butter.
like cookie butter. Like you can buy cookie
Okay.
butter. You can buy Biscoff spread.
Interesting. Okay.
You thought that was peanut butter? You thought that was peanut
caramel.
butter?
Yeah, but I didn't taste peanut
The
butter.
fuck?
Can I share
I
one
mean, it
with
looks
someone?
like caramel.
I don't want to have the whole one.
I mean,
You're lying.
you could taste the
Which
Biscoff
one do you
though.
want?
Yeah.
You
I
ate
thought-
it too fast.
I thought
The one on the
did.
right.
I thought there were bits of
Which one?
Biscoff in it
Any of them?
and also caramel on top.
I didn't want that one.
Oh, you did. You don't want. Wait, did you not want this one?
No, it's okay. I just didn't want a whole one.
All right.
Grow up.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually grow up.
break it in half and I'll eat the other half.
No, it's okay.
I didn't want the whole cookie.
So football.
I'll talk college.
Yeah.
I'm not talking NFL.
I don't understand how anybody's a fan of the NFL anyway.
Oh.
It's
We
honest.
hashed this out last
right.
pod.
It's honestly kind of a joke.
I actually have a theory about it. About our debate. But do you want to talk about college football first?
After the past 2 Saturdays of college football, how can you say NFL is better than college? Every favorite won this past weekend.
Jackie, give
in
it 30
NFL.
minutes of why.
Every single favorite won this past weekend in the NFL.
What would that, if you picked the
Cook.
money line, what would that have paid you? If you gave like $10.
I don't know.
You're asking us like we know the exact.
Probably it would have probably paid.
What, there was like 14 games?
I would have guessed like
Yeah,
$6,000 or
it was less than that.
$7,000.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, we can do it today.
Oh,
I
God.
can't. I'm locked out. Someone else do it.
Did you lock yourself out or
I locked myself out.
Wow.
of gambling, all of your gambling apps?
Yes. So I have
Too much bread.
5 interviews in the next 7 days. And I don't want to spend time looking on different apps, preparing for the weekend and whatnot. And I really want to lock in. So I'm taking a little bit of hiatus. I also think that
That's big for him.
on Sunday, Vegas had a record worst day ever
Because of me.
of them on the markets because all of the favorites won. They lost a lot of money and they voiced that. So I think they're going to get a lot of money. They're going to get a lot of money back this weekend.
Where they voice that?
Like FanDuel's talked about it. DraftKings talked about it. Hard Rock Bet hasn't talked about it, but probably because they're not as big. But yeah, taking time off. My last interview in the stretch is next Thursday. So
Do you prepare for your interviews like you prepare for a gambling weekend? Like, do you write out on Apple Notes?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my entire I got an entire tab for my interview tomorrow. So
Cool.
But yes, that's that. Jack, you want to talk about your gambling winnings this past weekend?
I don't want to brag.
What did $3 win?
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 pick for 15 ain't really bragging to us.
It was my Monday Night Football parlay was 3 for 27.
Sheesh.
Why are we laughing? This is impressive.
Keep going.
Stuff.
Shit.
Hold on, I gotta pull up the screenshot.
You keep going, but I tell you, me and Andy hit one for like 150. That boy putting on like 3 on the video for that shit. Boy. Yeah, that shit crazy. That stupid ass. Boy, sound like Donnie from Wild Thornberry, bitch. Yeah, exactly. Keep going, Jack. But man,
Well, hold on. I
you did?
150.
See what I'm saying?
So
I got my prize picks too because I
it's like one bet.
It's like 1 for us, like 10 for Jack. You feel me? Go ahead, though.
It's nice to only hit 1 of 2 that I place and like call it a weekend.
I know, right? It's like you like kick your feet up and have a beer. You know,
I wish I had this promo.
have a cookie. Go ahead.
can I actually go ahead now?
Yeah.
Eagles Browns under 5 for 10.
You won $5.
Buddy, 10 more.
Bucks minus 3.5, 1-5. Parlay Texans Colts Bucks 1-7. 1-5 off Oregon, 1-5 off Missouri, 1-5 off parlaying the Falcons Lions, and then the 3 for 27 last night.
That's so sick.
I will say,
And I withdrew $50 from Hard Rock, so
I did take part
That is a
in
dub.
the Oregon win with Jack. I started off Saturday very bad in the early slates. 0 for 4 in my first 4 bets. 7 p.m. hit, cinema. 4 for 4, and I started it off so bad that I texted Jack, I'm fading my gut, and I'm taking Oregon money line because I thought
it paid off.
And you guys saw how the game went.
It was sweat.
What?
Was a sweat.
It was a sweat, but Will Howard's a dumbass.
It was. Yeah, he is.
He did exactly what Nico did. And I think we all know how I feel about Nico.
Who?
All right, I'll get into it. So I'll get into all of college football.
Wait, hold on. Do you want to talk about Nico first? It sounded like you.
Oh, no. I'll wait for Alex to talk about Nico first.
It sounded like you wanted to say something about Nico.
Nico's.
So this past Saturday, college football was incredible once again.
Best weekend. Streets are saying.
I mean, it was a really good weekend, but does this weekend beat all the upsets last weekend?
Great question. Such a good question.
There was a lot of overtime games this weekend. There was Ole Miss, LSU, Illinois, Purdue, Penn State, USC.
Talk to him.
Georgia Tech, UNC was almost overtime, and then Tennessee versus Florida went into overtime. But a lot of good games. 12 o'clock slate was kind of a snoozer, other than Bama USC. For the USC was leading the entire
Quit calling
game.
South Carolina USC.
Okay, South Carolina. South Carolina was at Bama and controlled the game the entire game. Go down and score a touchdown on a Hail Mary ball. To be down 2, they go for a 2-point conversion, and the quarterback throws it out the back of the end zone. It was a horrible ball. But that was a good start. And then, I mean, I could rant about all these games, but
Go for it.
Is Ashton Jeanty scamming everybody?
How so?
why scamming?
Who's Ashton?
Who's
man.
oh man.
This guy.
What?
Boise State running back,
Like
averaging 200 yards a game on the ground and 3 to 4 touchdowns.
Not sure.
if
Never
you
heard
want
of
to
him.
bet on him to score 3+ touchdowns, it's minus 155.
Oh, I heard that from
Yeah.
someone.
I said scamming because was he a top prospect or no?
He was the second. He was considered the second best running back in the country.
Second best.
Behind
Okay.
No, like this going into this football season behind Ollie Gordon.
But you mean as a high school, like what
Yeah.
star he was? Oh.
Yeah. Because I feel like if there was no NIL, he would obviously be at like a Power 5 school, right? I'm wondering what made him choose Boise.
4-star out of Texas.
I'm wondering what made him choose Boise.
I saw something. He had an interview and they asked him that. I think he just said it was about the culture and making a statement at a smaller school. And people want to say, oh, he's only doing this because he's playing in the Mountain West. He ran for 230 yards and 4 touchdowns against Oregon. So.
Oh, last year?
No, this year.
Oh.
He didn't get offered from like many big schools. The only Power 5 4-conference team that offered him is Kansas and Cal. It's looking like. Yeah.
And he's from Jags.
What?
Yeah.
Born in Jags,
Born,
but
born,
Texas high school.
What? Interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't want to follow Derrick Henry's footsteps.
So how many?
Go on.
You're about to cook here.
I know I am. Hold on.
Boy, better bake.
How many years do we have to wait until every favorite wins in the NFL in a given week?
Why are you asking this while we're talking about college football?
Because
he's back on there. He's trying to make some money.
I forgot to ask this. How many years do you think we'll have to wait before this happens?
What happens again?
Yeah.
What happens again?
I don't know. I don't know how often this happens.
Because why not just bet $5 on a parlay every week until it happens again? You're going to win eventually.
I know you got the app downloaded. Look and see how much it's worth. Like, look how much a
look
$10 bet does.
Well, Walter Brooks said $10 in every favorite this week would pay $6,000.
Okay.
So
you multiply.
if it hits at least once every once every election.
Oh, then you're coming out positive.
Yeah.
This is 600. Okay.
So how many NFL weeks? 17?
600 weeks divided by 17.
No.
No,
What?
it's 10 times 17. So that's
What do you mean?
$170 a year.
Times. So
6,000
6,000
divided by 170.
Yeah.
Got to happen. Yeah, my math is the same thing. It has to happen once every 35 years.
And surely it does a lot
Yeah.
more than that. So just keep doing that and you're fine.
Do it.
You'll probably make a living.
I don't
No.
know. A living?
Because you're
You living off $6,000 every 35 years?
Your payoff is $6,000.
All right. Interesting.
Don't do it this week. Jags are favored.
Yeah.
Oh, they're favored?
I mean, they're
guess
playing
that
the
makes sense.
Oh,
Patriots.
just play guess the spread. I know all the spreads though.
Oh, yeah, we should guess the spreads. You know
Right
the
now?
spreads?
I looked at it. Do you guys want to play?
We're on
Well,
college.
do you want to finish
Let's
college?
finish college.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better.
We should have that debate that I wanted to talk about.
Someone
Continue.
said in the chat, Dad said, no Jags talk.
Not here.
Are you new?
We already had it.
Yeah, we did. We had it.
I want to give a shout out to Penn State and James Franklin.
They're them. No, the OC. OC was cooking.
But first half, I was like, here we go. Penn State like we know it. Big game. It wasn't even that big of a game. They made it up bigger than they really were.
Who'd they play?
Trojans.
USC Trojans. And they were down big early, but Penn
Big.
State. Drew Aller went from disaster class to master class.
Good phrase.
I'm pretty sure he had 2 picks in the first half.
Three.
Three
Or,
picks.
yeah, 2 or 3.
What?
2 or 3 picks in the first, and then he ended up throwing for over 300 yards, a couple touchdowns, and I thought the game was going to be Penn State ground and pound, just like the Michigan USC game was, but it was totally not that.
Yeah, they were airing it out to that tight end because
Yeah.
they like unleashed him in the
And
last
he
like
aired it out.
couple weeks. Yeah.
He threw a touchdown to the center.
But yeah, that guy's insane, and it bodes well for my confidence against Ohio State this season. Because how you gonna stop him? And after watching Will Howard do that dumb shit, he's gonna be rattled. That boy was on the road versus Oregon. He's gonna be on the road versus Penn State.
Is that whiteout?
Yeah, no, they'll make it one though. They just wear white any big game
But it's not at
anyway.
night.
But it's not a. It is. I don't think the time's out yet, but I'm sure it will be.
It'll probably be game of the week. Game
Yeah,
day.
it's in
I wish the NFL did that.
it's in 2 weeks.
Game day.
No, just waited to announce what was a primetime game until like the week of.
We'll do it later in the season.
Yeah, they flex him out week of.
Not as often as we like. They hardly use the flex.
But how you feel at Penn State at number 3?
Doesn't move me.
Oh.
They need to
really?
beat Ohio State.
Fair.
They've been
But to do what?
They've been top.
What's the point? As long as you're top 12 these days.
Well, that doesn't mean anything to me. You have to beat Ohio State, because if you don't beat Ohio State, then why do I think you're going to beat any of the other 11 teams in the playoff? I mean, sure, you could, and another team could knock off Ohio State, but that doesn't give me confidence against teams like Texas or Bama. But I do think Penn State's top 5 in the country. I don't think there's 5 other teams in the country that would beat Penn State at their best.
Congrats. It's been a long time coming.
I was there 2 weeks ago.
Hold your horses.
They meant you were at Penn State.
Oh,
You
no.
were- yes.
I felt like Tennessee was a top 3-4 team.
You did.
And then Arkansas.
Then Arkansas, they looked really bad. And then Florida this past week.
Going to overtime with Florida's crazy.
Well, this is what else. Florida has beat Tennessee.
And they missed their field
Oh, they
goal in
have.
OT.
Florida has beat Tennessee in the past 5 matchups, not counting this one. Florida had won 4 out of the 5. So that game's always going to be like that. And I knew it was going to – the spread was 14. It was free. Like, I knew it was going to be close. But just Nico Iamaleava only knows how to throw one ball. An absolute piss missile. There's no touch to it. He throws at 80 miles an hour every single time. And if he could just figure out how to, like, take a little bit off of it here and there, our offense will look so much better. But if we can't get 3 or 4 yards on first down, we're going to have a 3-and-out. Just how that offense works. Nico isn't efficient enough. And we play Bama this week.
I was going to say, are you nervous as hell for Jalen Milroe?
Before going on my hiatus, I placed one bet, and I put 3 units on Bama minus 2.5 because it's going to be – we saw what a mobile quarterback who has some capability to throw the ball against Arkansas in Green until he got hurt. But then the backup came in, also a mobile quarterback, went down and scored a touchdown quick. So I think Bama wins by a large amount in Neyland Stadium.
You guys are ranked 11?
I'm ranked 11. We'll probably be ranked like 23 after this week.
Sheesh. It's going to be tough to get back up into that 12.
Yeah,
We'll be.
we still have Georgia after that, so it's wraps on the year.
Wow, you're pretty down, it sounds like.
Yeah,
This is all it takes in college football. Like, it just takes that one game
we're
where
also out.
you look vulnerable.
Also, our leader of our defensive side towards ACL, leading the team in pass deflections and tackles going into this weekend. So he's done for the year. So we're cooked.
That is one con that college football has that the NFL doesn't. Like, you lose 1 week against somebody in your conference, and the sky is falling.
You say that, but then, like, now with the 12-team playoff,
It's still tough.
it's still tough. But, like, if we didn't lose that Arkansas game and we lost to Bama and Georgia, we're still in the mix.
Well, you did lose to Arkansas.
But now
is my
we
point.
we did lose to Arkansas. But, like, if you have that one fluke week in the, like, if Penn State lost to Minnesota in the past, your year's over.
Right.
That's what I hate about college football.
But now, if Tennessee only lost to Arkansas and they went out, they're fine.
Like, if Ohio State only loses to that Oregon team, they'll be fine if they win out. But you have to schedule those teams as well, which a lot of teams don't do.
Right.
Outside of the SEC, obviously, because the SEC already has all their whole conference is ranked.
Yeah.
But other conferences, if you don't schedule those tougher opponents, you're going to be fucked if you lose.
Who's the top 5?
Guess.
Yes, yeah. Right.
Uh,
To give you a hint, we have a top 5 matchup this weekend.
How does that help?
Because
Number one.
I talked about it.
You don't listen.
Texas.
Okay.
That's number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah, you're him.
2, Georgia.
Nope.
2,
Georgia lost to Bama, remember?
yeah, but Bama, didn't Bama lose?
Yeah, they did.
To an unranked person.
Jinx.
Vandy deserves to be ranked, but they're not yet.
What's their record?
They're
1-2.
Wait, they beat Bama and didn't get ranked?
Yeah, and then they were like 14-point underdogs this past weekend and won again. So
What?
Was that Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Are they ranked yet?
I didn't see that game. I didn't know.
It was a very
Vandy won
slow game.
Vandy beat Kentucky? Is that what you said?
Vandy beat Kentucky.
Are they ranked now?
No, they're still not.
That's
4-2.
Poppy is him.
Who?
Sure.
Their quarterback.
Vandy's quarterback.
Oh, I am unfamiliar with Vanderbilt.
Give me a hint for team 2.
It's because Navy's. I guess Navy's 5-0.
Ohio State.
Nope.
No.
Ohio State lost on Saturday.
To who? I bet on it. I
also bet on it.
What'd you bet?
Other team money line.
I bet other teams.
Was it a big
plus
matchup?
3.5. It was huge.
It was a huge matchup.
What?
It was nail biter.
It was game. It was game
Down to
day.
the last play.
Game day was there.
A huge college football brand. They were in the playoff last year.
I thought the big matchup last night was like LSU.
That
Ole
was
Miss.
that was another big matchup. I told you Saturday was cinema.
This was a bigger matchup.
This was a
LSU
bigger
Ole Miss.
matchup,
Yes.
and the game was better.
Michigan.
No,
That's not
dude.
till later.
Awesome jerseys.
Oregon.
Oregon.
Like disgusted.
Why are you disgusted?
I wasn't paying attention to college.
All right, 3.
So hold on. So 2 is Oregon,
Yep.
and Ohio State lost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Life's good.
Wow. That's crazy. I was listening to this. 3's Penn State.
Gang, boy.
Ooh.
Talk to
4
him.
is Alabama.
Nope.
4 is Ohio State.
Yep.
Correct.
5 is Alabama.
Nope.
5 is LSU.
Nope.
5 is Georgia.
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is one thing I don't understand by the committee. Bama beat Georgia, and Georgia's higher than Bama. Keep going though.
But that,
6 is Bama.
but
No.
6 is Toledo.
Toledo. They got beat by Buffalo by about 25 this past week.
Ooh.
I get
that's
your
why-
point. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Please do. I don't know where I was going.
But if you just look at like their losses, like Georgia's loss is so much better than Bama's
True.
loss. Another flaw with college football, just up to some decision maker somewhere.
But now with 12 teams, they'll both be in there anyway.
But it's still up to the committee to decide who gets to play in it.
We get Georgia versus Texas this week.
That's huge.
That's huge. If
I'll watch.
no, you won't.
Because I missed 1 week. Is 6 Pitt?
No.
6
Should be.
Where is Pitt?
21.
20. We're undefeated.
That's crazy.
I know we should be higher.
You're going to be raising a banner at the end of the year. Undefeated
what?
banner, but you didn't make the playoffs.
If we go undefeated, we will make the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Do you go into
Like
every
Miami.
game nervous as hell because you're not used to the situation as a fan?
I don't know. I mean, we haven't
Yes,
had
you do.
we haven't had like an opponent that's. I'm a little bit nervous. Yeah, sure.
I mean,
You weren't nervous against Cal?
I was going to say, like, even if they're not ranked, college football's pretty nerve-wracking because you have no idea
Yeah.
if you're going to dominate them or not,
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Y'all have been some nail biters this year.
unless you're Texas.
I have a
Kinda.
great question.
Cincinnati, beginning of the year.
Cincinnati, man, that game was. I gave up. I don't give up on games, but I gave up, and we somehow.
I did too because I had your QB's pass yards, remember? And
And
he
you got it.
turned it on,
UNC game was close.
and I won 150.
We won by 10. It was close for.
It was
majority,
close.
Yes. Cal was close.
Cal was close.
Youngstown State was not. Backyard Brawl was an insane game. That was close.
Y'all got some dog.
What was week 1?
Kent State.
No.
Oh, Kent State. I was there. Duh. That was not close. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we look pretty solid. Our quarterback is great, which haven't had that since Kenny. It's pretty
I
exciting.
think this guy's better than Kenny.
No.
Anyway,
That I could talk about that more if we want, but what do you want? What are you gonna pose here?
who would win, Pitt or Notre Dame?
Notre Dame.
Where's the game?
It's in neutral field.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. It doesn't matter where. Notre Dame.
It's
Notre
in
Dame is
Pitt.
better.
What?
It's in Pitt at night
Doesn't matter.
in an all yellow, a yellow out.
I think Notre Dame.
That's
wins.
sick.
Notre Dame would win.
Notre Dame has been rolling ever
Yeah.
since their loss against Northern Illinois.
What's their ranking?
Right.
I think they're 11.
12.
Yeah.
Which like Obviously, I'm watching Notre Dame every week and rooting hard for them, but like I'm still mad at Notre Dame for losing to Northern Iowa.
Okay.
Speaking of Notre Dame, I think they have a trap game this week against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's sneaky.
Our guy,
Yeah.
Haynes King.
Haynes King
Right.
sneaky.
He had like 100 rush yards this past weekend.
What's the spread?
I need to start taking him again.
I think it's 11.5.
Right when I put U.S. currency on him again, he's going to fucking
Put some euros.
not hit it.
If
Pesos.
Pitt played Notre Dame this week, who would you root for? Pitt's undefeated streak or
That's
Notre Dame
tough.
to keep to stay
You might get both in the playoffs.
Because
top 12?
I've declared now that like
Hey,
I really just if they ever played against each other, I would root for whoever's actually has a shot at something in their season, but they both kind of do now, so that'd be really tough.
sheesh, you got Army and Navy.
Who, Notre Dame?
Yeah, they're both undefeated.
Right.
It's crazy. How do Army and Navy sit at the top of their conference right now? It's gonna
Aren't
be
they independents?
Navy's quarterback.
no. They're in a conference now.
Really?
I believe
Come on,
it's
Jack.
I believe it's the AAC, not the AAC.
Oh yeah, it is the AAC.
What? They're in FAU's. Oh, I guess they are. We stopped playing college football 25, or I would have known.
What gives them the right to join the American Athletic Conference?
Pretty American.
I know.
This cookie's so good.
Yeah.
I'm used to Army Navy game being like 5-6. Now they're gonna be 11-0 when they play each other.
Back-to-back weeks.
Possibility.
You
Schedules.
linked the wrong post in Discord.
Oh, that's a shame.
Wrong YouTube link.
Gooch said Jackson. This is the wrong fucking link. I don't know why he called you Jackson.
It's my real name.
Yeah, right. The Gooch said he listened to 10 minutes of the live from 2 weeks ago before he figured it out. Anyway.
Penn State on a bye this weekend, so I'll be chilling. But
There's a couple good games this week.
I'll watch Georgia, Texas, and that's probably it this weekend.
Georgia, Texas, Bama, Tennessee. We got 5-1 Nebraska versus 6-0 Indiana.
Yeah, I am waiting for Indiana to lose just so Darian can shut the fuck up about him in Discord.
Illinois versus Michigan, 2 ranked opponents. Probably will be the most boring game of the week.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Illinois, Michigan.
That game does not do much for me.
But then we end the night off with Arizona versus Colorado. And we all know how those Colorado games goes.
Arizona fell off so hard, so quickly. After they had that first week where their receiver had 300 receiving yards.
Well, New Mexico's also one of the worst defensive teams in the nation.
Yeah, but I would take all of Colorado's overs in that one. Because Arizona just lost this past weekend to a
BYU is
Why would you?
they're undefeated. They have a top 15 defense in the nation.
That's gross. I do not want to see them in the playoff. Any BYU fans in the chat?
No. They're not allowed to watch YouTube.
My friend's in Utah right now. He says they like offer him soda everywhere he goes. It's like their thing because they don't drink a lot of alcohol there.
That's crazy.
What's BYU?
You're not allowed to
schedule?
have soda either.
Really?
Either that or caffeine. It might be
BYU's
caffeine.
going undefeated.
You're looking at their schedule?
Yeah.
Oh, they have Notre Dame.
No, they don't. They have
Soft.
Oklahoma State, which is 3-3. UCF, which is abysmal. Utah, maybe depends if their starting quarterback comes back or not. Kansas, Cheeks. Arizona State at Arizona State. Arizona State just beat Utah pretty handedly. They have a really good running back, a lot of ground and pound, could stay close, and then they could end up with Houston. BYU will be a playoff team.
Wow, that'd be
You heard it
weird.
here first.
Can you bet on that? Can you bet on who
You
makes the
can.
playoffs?
Oh yeah.
You can. Oh, that's probably going to be like minus 130.
I'll check.
Bro, the salt, bro. Crazy. Just like tickles the taint.
It's because games are going on right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, you can't on Hard Rock right now. You could on like FanDuel, a real sports book.
When do you guys want to get to voicemails?
I'm real high on the Lions. I was going to put like $10 on them to win the Super Bowl.
I just want to say about the college football NFL debate that's ongoing between us now. I feel like this just stems from
The Jags being ass.
yes, that's one. Because think about when the Jags are good, how much you guys are into the NFL.
It's all for show.
No, it's not. But I think it's largely just geographic location. Like, you guys are all from the South, and like being in the South, it's definitely
This is not the South. Jack.
This
This is Florida.
Southeastern Conference, it means more.
right. And college football culture is like definitely more pertinent in the South. But
Okay.
What do y'all do up north?
we watch the NFL, and like NFL football culture is like. This is going to sound offensive. I'm sorry, but like
Don't say it here.
Imagine. This is gonna sound offensive, but you're in.
but
I disagree with your dumbass.
the Jaguars culture is not like
Here he go.
what it's like the Packers, you know, being born into like a Packers family, or like I'll say the Steelers, or like the Bears, or like these teams that have like story traditions. It's comparable to the SEC and like these old historic college football programs. So
In like the Big Ten.
sure, that too. And I'm not saying college football isn't dead up north. Like obviously Penn State's huge.
Come on now.
And you get more into like the Midwest. It's just as big as NFL in some places, but I think that's where this disconnect stems from. That maybe you guys can't really fathom like how strong NFL culture can get. Like I said, I didn't want to get offensive. I put disclaimer. So,
Plenty.
Yeah, that's it.
I disagree.
I hear what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying, and I think that's a really good point, but it means more.
Okay.
JC said this pod is cooked because of the wrong link. He said this pod's
Sorry.
cooked. Give me the voicemails.
All right, here
Probably
we go.
everyone's just gonna gas their own NFL team.
I should have left one.
We're talking about the damn trades.
Another game. What up, Dunn and Drew? It's your boy Nick. Another game closer to getting Doug fired, so that's cool. But then I start thinking, and I'm like, I don't see how the future looks even better even after that, because no one's Shad Khan. He's probably going to keep Trent. There's going to be coaching options available, and even if he doesn't keep Trent, whatever good option is out there, he's going to do the opposite. Shad Khan's going to fuck around and hire Bill Belichick to run the whole thing. Head coach, GM, all of it. I don't want that. I know you don't want that.
Who?
Or you're going to fuck around and get John Gruden or bring Dabo Sweeney. Whatever he's going to do is going to be something so moronic. I don't have faith in him making the right decision to lead this team to be in something, man. This team is just all around bad everywhere. When one unit is playing well, the other unit is playing terribly. When the offense is good, the defense is bad. When Trevor's on point, the receivers are dropping the ball. When the receivers are getting open, Trevor's overthrowing them. Or when they're both on par, the offensive line is getting ran through. It's just everywhere is bad. You could point a finger at any point of this team, at any aspect of this team, and you'd be correct. Everything, all of it, is just bad. And Shad, you made that comment, believing in your team. You made the comment before the season. How do you not see this blowing up in your face over and over again? Can we fire Shad Khan? Oh, man. Either way, it doesn't matter. Lions winning the Super Bowl.
Wow. Damn, I got a co-sign, man. That was quick. Yeah, I said someone has to die. That's who I meant. Next.
I was just gonna. I think There's a lot of interviews after the game. A lot of people talking about quit. Andre Cisco being one of them. And I know the voicemail mentioned how, like, what's going to change, it doesn't really matter. And I don't know if I sound optimistic by saying this. Of course, we can get better at different positions, the line. I think when healthy, our secondary is a lot better. We're not too bad against the run, but it's all about mindset and the fact that none of these players want to play behind Doug. And I think, this year, we're done. It's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, this year's done, but I do think
It's fucking cooked.
I don't know what it takes anymore, so I don't really care. I don't know whose fault it is. It's probably Trent Ball. It's Shad Khan because he kept Trent, and then it's Trent, and then it's the players. Maybe
Skip
it's
Doug.
Maybe it's Doug. I don't know. Don't care.
I'd say Doug and Press
Wow.
at this point.
Jack is off Doug.
I mean, who's on him?
Not you. Jack
Sure.
off Doug.
Probably Trent.
What? to
Jack's
Doug?
Jack's off Doug. So give us you have Philly ties, so you know a lot about Doug Peterson being a Philly boy.
I'm not-
Philly boy.
What's your take on Doug now? Because I know before the
I was defending him, yes,
Yeah.
because I'm such a Philly boy. He got off to a slow start. I was defending him a little bit because
I understand.
he turned the franchise around the
I
past
believe
2
you.
years. But I mean, it keeps trending so bad, and it just seems like what Alex was saying, just like the culture around the team is all the vibes are just so low, and Doug Peterson's press conferences do not give me or any Jags fans much faith in them turning around. And I mean, yeah, if he keeps losing,
Keeps?
what do you mean keeps? He is losing.
Yeah.
If he keeps losing, he's gonna get fired before the end of the season, I imagine.
The problem is we need Trent gone as well.
You do.
And Shad is like butt buddies with that guy.
This has never worked. Trent has never worked. So why is he doing this?
Well, how many Trent started when in 2020 or 2021? Do we remember?
No.
I do not.
Because 2021, 1, 2, 3. This would be his 4th year. I mean, GMs do you need theoretically a couple years. It's kind of like a college football coach. Like they need a couple years to rebuild the program.
Dion did.
Program.
That's true. Well, Dion that was when transfer portals were wide open. He brought everyone over. Granted, from lower conferences, so that's credit to Dion. But for the most part, they need time to build with their vision. But I mean, yeah, we're probably year 4 into Trent Baalke, and it's collapsing. So I would put a plug on him.
We were joking seriously about Josh Allen getting paid and being trash this season, and he's been worse than trash. He's got 8 tackles through
Tackles
just tackles in general.
Jeez.
And how many of those are sacks? 2 sacks, 8 tackles. You just got paid $150 million. So that's part of why I'm annoyed, is because these guys, they don't have to give a fuck. They're still depositing 6-figure checks,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and their season is going to be over January, and then they can just go on with their off season and live normal human lives,
Right.
while the fan base is left to wonder what the fuck's happening in the locker room. But they don't have to care because there's no culture. If there was culture like the Lions locker room, it'd be a different story.
Right.
But there's no life of any sort.
Where did it go? It was so up until we disrespected the terrible towels.
Exactly.
Our culture here was amazing.
Literally exactly it.
And then since then, it's been
All those post game wins in the locker room last season before they started losing, that just vanished way too quickly.
I'm so confused. What happened?
Like literally what happened from the off season to now. Who knows? We'll never know. Well, we can just wait for the firings and to see who comes in next to be ass again till Shaw dies.
How old is he?
I heard he was 80. I was like,
80?
ain't no way. Someone told me he was 80. I was like, ain't no way he's 80. I don't know who told me
Jerry
that.
Jones' age.
Maybe they were drunk. Maybe I was.
A little look ahead because I'm projecting 2-10.
He's 74.
Bitch, we predicted 13-11 win.
2-10 going into week 14. Is there any firings?
Yeah.
What's the benefit of firing? I know it
Firing Doug does nothing.
like excites it. Oh, look, we're gonna be getting a new head coach, but I don't want Press to be the head coach. I don't want Ryan Nielsen to be the head coach, like the interim head coach. Firing Doug doesn't
I think
do anything.
what it could do, firing a coach that the players and the team doesn't like. Let's just say like
you
week
think
10
they
or
don't
12.
like Doug?
Maybe. I mean, if they keep losing and he keeps like being weird at press conferences, maybe that's what he's like in
Yeah,
the locker
he's
room.
really
and it's like
annoying.
bad vibes and they just don't want him gone.
I don't think
If-
Trevor likes Doug, honestly.
If an
I
owner
think it's
slash
pretty clear
GM, if they
Trevor doesn't.
fire their coach around that time, what it could do for the players is like they could rally around behind an interim coach and like there could be more chemistry and get that bump when you.
I mean, look at the Raiders last year.
Exactly.
I don't
a
want
lot
a
more
bum.
Raiders were buying in. I mean, bad example. I guess the Raiders now they're kind of falling apart, but it could retain some talent and like attract some people to want to play there. If there's like that could spark a little bit of a culture to fire a guy that is the problem. And if the players see management from above acknowledging that, then that could gain their support. So that
It's
could win back some
crazy.
players.
That Doug would be. I mean, I think Trent is probably the core of it, but man, Doug just seems like if he's not a good head coach, who is? Seems
tough.
like he has
It's really
all
tough.
all the qualities, and he's won a Super Bowl.
Right. With a backup quarterback. That was nuts.
If he's not a good head coach, then how the hell are we going to find one?
That's why it's really tough. And I'm not to relate everything back to Steelers, but like some Steelers fans that get mad at Tomlin going 10-7 every year, but like first of all, it's not every year, but I get the point. But it's like grass isn't always green on the other side. Like we could be like a team like the Jaguars right now, or just
All right.
team. I'm sorry, a team that's just losing that much is miserable. And like I'd rather have 10 or 11 wins and lose first round of the playoffs than I don't know.
Thank you.
And then still draft TJ Watt in the
Right.
back end of the draft.
Because these brain dead fans are out here saying that it's more fun to be bad and draft first than to have high expectations. It's like, what are we watching for?
Right.
Did you not experience
It's-
2 years? Like,
I know.
wasn't
Like,
it-
what are you watching for if
I
you
know.
don't want to have expectations at all? You just want to be fucking bad so you can draft. We don't draft good.
if you had a good GM, like you can find value.
Yep.
I mean,
I'd rather be the fucking Cowboys than the Jags.
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes yes, I'd agree with that.
Because you damn sure believe all those Cowboys fans every year when they get to the playoffs, they think they win in the Super Bowl. Whether they get there or not, who gives a fuck? They think it in the moment because
That's
they
fun.
made the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I don't care if that's the feeling I get every year. It's way better than 1-5 in a lifeless podium every single game where your fucking coach doesn't even want to talk and just like says the same bullshit every week.
It couldn't be a worse scenario after signing Trevor, signing Josh Allen, and you're 1-5.
This reminds me.
It's Shad Khan saying this is the best team ever assembled, and you're 1-5.
Everything they do is terrible.
A crazy quote from the owners' meeting today from Goodell about the Jags' new stadium. Commissioner Goodell on approval for Jaguars Stadium. Having a new stadium for our team, this team is great, but I also am encouraged by the type of development that is happening in Jacksonville as a community.
That's all he said.
Yeah.
Was it crazy? What'd you say?
Because he said it's encouraging.
It's encouraging. Oh, maybe he's just talking about like the city. Not. I thought he's talking about just like. I'll read it again. Having a new stadium. This is Goodell on the Jaguar Stadium. Having a new stadium for our team. This team is great, but I also am encouraged by the type of development that is happening in Jacksonville as a community.
He hasn't been here.
That's also true. I doubt Goodell has been to Jacksonville. I guess he's talking about the actual city. When I read that, I was interpreting it as like, I'm encouraged by what the Jaguars as a franchise are building.
Oh, part of the
yeah.
stadium deal includes developing like
Parks.
Downtown. Area.
parts of the downtown and parts of the city that are undeveloped, and like in improving homelessness and stuff like that.
And that I agree.
But
I
I guess they filled him in on what that all entailed.
They need to fill shot in on how to run a team.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess Ben Johnson would be my pick because he brings some Lion culture, and maybe he can. Is he from a tree, or is this going to be the tree? Is he the tree,
I'll look at his history here.
or is this a Dan Campbell tree?
I think it's just Dan Campbell culture, and
Bro,
the fact that
the Lions are
Oh,
insane.
he's only 38.
Dan Campbell just brings the best out of every player, and they have fun. They were doing hook and ladders to a tackle.
Where did Campbell come from?
Oh yeah, so he
was their tight ends coach, I think.
He was
Oh,
the
was he?
Saints, he was the Saints tight ends coach, and he came as like a similar coach assistant with the Dolphins, and that's where Ben Johnson came from. Ben Johnson was assistant with the Dolphins from 2012 to 18, and then joined the Lions 2020.
Yeah, Lions are so fun.
Wow, he's so young. He's 38.
They're so lucky. Those fans, because there's like the big three of ass: Jags, Browns, Lions, and the Lions are the only ones that made it out.
Could you throw the Jets in there?
I could, but I feel like they're gonna bounce back this season
I don't
for like a year. Well, they play you next, so we'll see.
Is that Sunday night?
It's the Devontae Adams Bowl.
He won't play that week, is he?
I think
Supposed
he
to
will.
play.
Wow.
Scheduled to return.
He was.
He'll probably just run old Packers routes.
Yeah, right.
Like, go deep, Devontae. Bet. Yeah, Browns in the mud. Their only win is versus us.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like,
Dolphins.
If we beat the Browns, we'd have swapped records.
I'd much rather be in the Jaguar situation than the Browns.
Yeah.
I agree with
Not
that.
even
Oh
close.
yeah, for
I
sure.
think they have the worst situation in the league.
Yeah,
At least our quarterback is good.
because next year if they were to cut Deshaun Watson after this year, the cap hit would be like $46 million, and then $46 million again in 2026.
And they just traded their best receiver.
Yeah, and
So
they're
about to plummet.
Yeah, they're trying. Go ahead.
no, you go.
Chubb's knee's gone. I know he's coming back, but
I heard just like speculation of Myles Garrett maybe getting traded
I think it could happen.
I would love that.
to the Lions.
I
Oh,
don't-
fuck.
I don't think he's gonna go to the Lions.
That's what I heard.
So I heard the Lions don't want to mortgage their future for a pass rusher, which it would take that for Myles Garrett. But I do expect them to add a pass rusher, maybe like Hassan Reddick. But the
Yeah,
Browns,
you got to replace Hutchinson.
That sucks.
crazy
that they-
stat on the Browns. They have 2 offensive touchdowns
This
6
season?
weeks, and both of them by Amari Cooper. So no one on
Oh
their
my
offense
God.
has scored a
Oh,
touchdown this year,
man.
What?
and we're 6 games in.
What?
And that's one of those cultures you said that are diehard. Like the Browns,
Yeah.
the Browns fans don't not show up to games regardless
But,
of how
like,
bad they are.
This actually might be, for a culture of deep rooted fans, like this may be a tipping point where I know of one, and like it's the vibe around they're out. Like no one wants to root for this Deshaun Watson team. Like, and it could be so simple. They could win so many fans back, and they actually care if they just put in Jameis Winston because everyone wants to watch and root for him, but they won't do it.
No, they can't. He's got a guaranteed contract.
Who's the idiot that made that decision?
I mean,
That's the worst trade in history of the NFL.
I don't think so.
Okay.
What is?
Panthers, Bears.
Which trade?
The Bryce Young,
Bryce
DJ
Young
Moore.
for
Caleb Williams, DJ Moore,
Roma Doomsday, and like a couple.
Kurt Stevenson, probably. Yeah. And there's still one more that's got to be taken a second round next year in 25. I got to fact check this Brown stat that I heard today that I just told you guys, but they've had a lot of. Okay, Jerome Ford scored a touchdown.
The fact that they're that bad.
Give us false information.
I may have given you false information.
And also
Get off my
crazy
beer.
stat.
I'm looking.
Tastes like peanut butter.
It's because I spilled some on the floor and he was licking it. So,
Walter.
but the Browns being that bad and us still losing to them, it's crazy.
They
Like
score
we
against
we had
you
like
guys?
13 points on them in Trevor Bank.
Yeah, one. This stat's so wrong.
Yikes.
But yes, Lions, Super Bowl favorites in my world. If they can replace Hutchinson a little bit, that's a big loss. Oh, that's
Except
what
for the year.
that's what I was gonna say. Watching that injury, bro, just
Oof.
the sheer strength that your leg has to be to make another grown man's leg turn like that.
I think he just hit the bone.
Really, just
I think he
bone to
was just-
bone.
I mean, the shin. You know, you be hitting the shin on like
Like
the
right-
shower.
right here.
Yeah, yeah. You know, that hurt.
Jeez.
That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
And like
Just for it to snap like that, though.
Yeah.
That
Just the fact that he had surgery within, like, done with surgery within 3 hours. That's going to be a lot of recovery. There's some nerve damage in there. There's probably lack of blood. There's probably like some vascular injury within the area. It's going to be a tough recovery, and I hope him the best.
I'm not.
Dan Campbell did not rule him out. He said it's a 4 to 6 month injury. Hey, if anyone can do it, it's Hutch, man. That's what he said in his press conference.
So they're going to be giving him peptides and GH, and he may be back.
Yeah, I mean, like theoretically, like 4 months from today would be the Super Bowl. So if the Jags or Lions play the Super Bowl,
Whoa.
Freudian slip, maybe it's gonna happen. If the Lions play the Super Bowl,
It's not mathematically impossible.
it'd be just
That would
so
be something
irresponsible.
Hutchinson would do. Like he would try to suit up for the Super Bowl
Why?
because he's
What is he?
way off air.
Okay. I also want to apologize for that stat I just gave because it was so wrong and I'm ashamed.
Yeah, where'd you get that from?
Someone at work.
Oh my God,
clowns.
the water cooler going crazy. All right, next voicemail.
Yeah, we only had one.
Legend.
Because it was a Jags one.
Jacksonville Jaguars fucking race of a two. I'm far from red. Never mind. I have a girlfriend. I won't do that. But
What?
it's our season's over. Pretty much, yeah. Fuck this team.
I missed that entire first
Run
part.
that back.
It wasn't very. It's just not clear.
Jacksonville Jaguars fucking race of a two. I'm far from red. Never mind. I have a girlfriend. I won't do that. But
Did you say jump off a bridge?
I think so.
our season's over.
Oh, I thought he said I have a girlfriend.
He did.
He did say that
I'm gonna
too.
jump off
This
a
team.
bridge. No, I don't. I'm
I
not.
have a girlfriend.
I have a
Just
girlfriend.
kidding.
Oh, that's why you won't jump off the bridge?
He had 2 goat reactions to that.
You couldn't even hear like 3/4
Because
of it.
everyone loves Peyton.
But we do.
Peyton, you got to come harder next time.
Whoa.
Oh,
he's of age. He's of age. He's of age.
All right, next one.
You're sick.
What's up, boys? It's your boy Phantom.
Phantom.
Man, new week, same shit. Man, the team we support, bullshit. My fantasy team right now, bullshit. Just can't somehow get over the hump.
Feel you.
Webby kicked my ass.
Nobody trades.
But hey, look, at this point, look, I'm just gonna pop out for the games, hope for the best that we actually somehow secure the top pick if we're bottom 3. I'm taking all my focus into basketball and getting around for these concerts. You gotta go, just be in concert mode.
Concerts.
Look at other sports, enjoy myself. Look, college basketball season's coming up. I'm about to be lit.
What the?
Football kind of it's out the window now. But we in the Travis Hunter sweepstakes is what we doing right now. So
Wow.
hey, look, just want to make sure y'all was good. Take it easy. Peace and love. Be easy, y'all.
He gives flamingo vibes.
He does. Like a wiry flamingo. If that's the right word. Do you guys not want Travis Hunter?
No.
No.
No, I need offensive line.
I will
play the
not
defensive line.
be entertaining any draft talk.
Give me Campbell from LSU.
Give me a new GM.
Yeah, we have the offensive weapons. We don't need Travis Hunter.
Cornerback.
I think he'll be. His longevity in the league would be better at wide receiver. I think he's a better cornerback, though.
I think anybody on the Jags is fucked.
True. But college basketball is right around the corner, and I can't wait.
I wish you would have said what his teams were.
Yeah, I was curious about that.
Well, he's
Phantom? Is he
Yeah.
a Jags fan?
yeah,
No,
he
College football, though.
Oh, okay.
Or basketball.
Florida.
Elijah Martin.
Florida does have that.
He transfer there?
Yeah.
That's 7'9",
He's a Gator.
7'9" guy
7'9"?
from. Yeah, he's from IMG Academy. He's 7'9" twink. But like, dude he looks like a praying mantis out there. But Kansas is winning.
7'9's crazy.
Kansas.
Yeah, they got.
I have no opinion. I have no
you have
idea
a
what the
future on
rosters look
that?
like.
Not yet. I'm gonna put one out. They got.
Huge.
After this week,
Yeah, after
You're
I'm gonna put a future
When it's
on
unlocked.
Kansas, a future on.
Are they
Duke.
back?
They got an absolute dog from Wisconsin and AJ Store. Great 2-way guard.
I don't know ball yet, so I'll have to lock in.
Duke probably has.
Oh, that white boy from Duke?
Yeah,
That they got?
they
Cooper
also-
Star?
Cooper Flag.
Shit.
That Cooper Flag, probably one of the best prospects, and probably the best prospects in Zion.
Sheesh.
They got a 7'2" big man out of Africa that
Nice.
can't play. Like he gives the Joel Embiid vibes.
I'm a Duke fan.
And they got a lot of transfers in the portal as well.
Yeah, they're loaded. I forget who exactly. Didn't they get another top recruit too outside
Nah.
of Flag?
Yeah, it's the guy out of
Oh,
Africa.
back. Okay.
Then there's one more team.
Rutgers.
No.
Rutgers basketball has the second best and third best recruit of this class.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But
I watched them in the McDonald's All-American.
And Duke just got the number 1 and like the number 6 in the next year's class just committed to them as well. So they're always gonna be loaded. But I like Kansas a lot.
There'll be a Cinderella.
There will
Ruins
be.
their day.
But UNC's always gonna make some noise. Cadeau back. RJ Davis back.
Baycott.
Baycott's finally gone.
Yeah, he's like 40.
He's been there since like 2016. All right, next week.
College basketball tangent.
all right, here we go.
Our camera die?
What's up, Dunn and Drew? It's Dino.
Good question.
It just did it.
You always run the voicemail while you're doing. Oh, you can't hear it then. Never mind.
Stand by, chat.
How'd that just happen right now?
Yeah, just. Oh.
If you plug it back in, will it work? No. Really?
Can they still hear us? What up, chat? How you doing,
Is it
chat?
working?
Can you see my smile, chat? Hee hee.
Oh.
There I'm is.
There it is.
Oh my god.
Underneath.
Nah, go up top. You got it. He's like, nigga, sit your ass down.
You sound so out of breath from this.
We've been eating cookies and cheesecake and that boy need a treadmill, boy. Alex, you got to stop. You got to get this man a workout regimen.
Make him like a broccoli or
This is
something.
the thing. No, this is the thing.
Uh-oh.
I only make cookies once a week, and I'm not here on the weekends. He needs to eat food that's not bought. Like,
Well, on the weekends is my cheat days.
cheat. What do you call your? Who'd you go the other day? You didn't go to Jimmy John's. You went
Firehouse.
to Firehouse. What do you call Firehouse?
And I had a cookie. I don't know. I'm addicted to sweets. I'm literally addicted to sweets.
You've been good tonight.
I had because it was my third cookie of the day. I had one for breakfast. I had one at lunch.
Just like, don't do it.
No.
All right. Your problem is then going to persist.
Yeah. Tell smokers just don't smoke. They can't.
You've only got 10 days left.
What else are people addicted to?
Gambling. What am I doing? Putting it down.
See,
Nice.
I don't believe in addicted to gambling.
Why? It's
Because
so real.
It's so real, and I'll say like I'm doing it because I need to lock in, but it's also affecting some of my relationships, and I want to restore them. No, but I think this isn't a religious podcast, but
It can be.
I'm idealizing gambling, and I need to get back to my roots.
I'll send some Instagrams. I've been getting some reason.
Is it because you keep winning? You're getting that high, that rush.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It really is the high.
It's like Oregon money line, bitches.
It really is the high, and that's why I'm.
You know what else is high?
What's that?
It's like when he bites that cookie away. It's like,
God.
God.
He is.
The most high.
He is the most high.
Should we sing? I know songs, boy.
But yeah, I think in my journey, I've changed from chasing and trying to break even to being consistently on the green side of things, and that's just only invested me more into it.
Makes sense.
And chased. So I'm like, okay, I'm winning majority of my bets. I need to place more bets because of that.
Feels good to take down the man. That's what you're doing.
But then the man takes down you.
So I'm just gonna step away from
Pause.
a little bit, and then I mean the boys will be in town in 2 weekends, so I gotta
Boys are back in town.
Gotta save up.
I gotta do it with this little squad rides, you know.
These squad
We
anytimes are trash.
I will be doing anytime touchdown this week. That's the only thing.
Can we all just do Sundays
Oh.
so we don't have a loss before the weekend?
Yeah, Andy.
What?
Well, we didn't. Well, that being said, like 3 players didn't score this weekend.
Still.
Yeah, it's not on me.
But
Give me Brian Thomas Jr. again this weekend.
no.
I'm taking Hunter Henry.
Give me Derek
Can
Henry.
we stay away from the London game?
Yeah, I think London game should be.
I think that's a lock.
Hunter Henry.
I already put money on it, though. That's why I said that.
I watched Drake Maye film. Oh, wait, I
course
can
you
talk
did.
about it if you want, but I
Alright.
don't have to.
Anyway,
But it
tangent.
looks good.
Back to the voicemails.
Yeah.
We'll get to
We said college basketball only went on for 20 minutes.
Hope y'all are doing okay. Hope your family's okay from those hurricanes that came through.
Appreciate you.
I want to go back to last week when we beat the Bills, and I'd like to address Matt directly. Fuck you, Matt, you piece of fucking work. Cheering for fucking injuries? Are you serious? You're a fucking scumbag, and I'm glad we beat you. And then the next week came, and Gooch, this message is for you.
Gooch.
Just kidding. I don't have beef with Gooch. GG's. Texans are 5-1, top of the AFC South. I think we're like second or third in the AFC. If we got the Packers this week, should be a good game. Hopefully, we don't get diddied like we did against the Vikings. Yeah, hope y'all are doing good and glad that y'all are back. Love you. Bye.
Aren't Texans second in the AFC? Behind Chiefs.
I'll look it up.
Don't know. I don't watch anymore.
That being NFL this weekend should be pretty good. There's some good matchups.
If the playoffs start today, it would be the Chiefs 1 seed, Texans 2, Ravens 3, Bills 4, Steelers 5, Chargers 6, Colts 7.
Ew.
The Jags are the 16 seed in the AFC.
Is that the last one?
That is, there are 16 teams in the AFC.
Oh my
correct.
God, we're the 16.
Hey, but the 15 seed Patriots battle for that 15th spot in the AFC on
It's a big game
Sunday
Sunday.
morning.
We don't lose ass-offs.
I mean, we lost to the
Browns.
I mean, we don't lose ass-offs, meaning like
Oh, we are always
we're always the losers.
Okay, gotcha. Here's a good one.
Amari Cooper and Devontae Adams are now in the AFC East. Dolphins didn't even play, and we somehow lost.
Good one, Angelo.
You don't care.
Yeah, you do not care.
You-
What's the Dolphins' record, Angelo? And Tua's not in. Like you guys,
He said he hasn't watched since week 1. And he only watched because he was with us.
Hey, he's been traveling Europe. That man doesn't give a single fuck about NFL.
Walter, lay down. All right, here's one.
My name's Nate Higgers, and I hate
Mhm.
Nick.
All right, that's from Hunter.
What's up, Dunn, Drew, and Jack? It's
Yikes.
Tristan sending a voicemail from the car on the way home from work. I gotta say, football is way more enjoyable when you stop giving your shitty team energy. I didn't know the Dolphins had a bye this week until Sunday night, and I realized they hadn't played a game. And honestly, I checked out once Tua got concussed, and I got no idea what's going on with the team at this point. And it's kind of made me able to enjoy football without really being stressed out about a team that sucks ass. I really think our window to really do anything closed when we fumbled the end of last season away and lost to the Titans and then had to go to Kansas City where it's cold as shit, and apparently we just can't play in cold weather. Anyway, this version of the Dolphins team is never going to win anything meaningful. They have not won a playoff game since the Twin Towers were still standing. And go Falcons. Have a good pod. Love you. Bye.
Random.
I've been beefing.
It's because I called him a Falcons fan the other pod, I believe. And he was like, I'm not a Falcons fan.
I've been beefing with Tristan on Saturdays for the past 2 weekends because he just wants upsets. And I hope I don't have to hear from him this weekend.
I too have found peace in abandoning my favorite team. I've enjoyed I guess 2 weekends ago was the pools. We never talked about that, our pool experience while beating the Colts. That was fun and gave me a shred of hope. Like, okay, we are good in London. We could win 2 and then come home and have a 3-4 record versus the Packers. But yeah, this team is cooked. But nothing really once I saw Gabe Davis drop the touchdown, I knew that our team was going to spiral out because we're just not mentally strong to withstand a tiny mistake like that. So I stopped watching and enjoyed my day. And I'm able to do that nowadays. In the past, I wasn't. But I'm able to enjoy football again. So I'm also in this healthy place with you, Tristan. Unfortunately, I do know when the Jags play, though. Going into a Sunday.
Yeah, I wouldn't go all Sunday and realize the Jags hadn't played. I would definitely know that they weren't playing. But I watched the entire game, Jags Bears, because I was live streaming and taking people's money. So, but I too enjoyed my day after. I went to 2 restaurants, 1 brewery, tried a peanut butter beer, brought a crowler of it today. We're drinking that tonight. So I just know the Jags are going to lose every game. I just watch so I know what content to make of it. And I just love talking absolute shit about the team. I have a lot of enjoyment in doing that.
Gooch wants Jack to talk about
I did.
Drake Maye.
I left him a comment in the chat because I didn't think you guys want to hear about it.
Let's hear it.
At first, he looked pretty antsy. The offensive line, as advertised, was very bad. He got sacked 4 times. I checked after. It felt like he got sacked like 8. He had no run game to lean on. Drake Maye had 38 rushing yards, and that doubled his next leading rusher at 19. What else? He did have 3 turnovers, all his fault. but had 3 touchdowns. Did you guys see his first touchdown pass? It was a beautiful 45-yard bomb to I forget which receiver it was.
Booty.
Yeah, Keyshawn Booty. And then his second one was a good read. It wasn't too impressive as of a throw, but in his third one, under pressure, he delivered a good ball to Mario Douglas. But overall, I liked him as a prospect. I like what I saw on Sunday.
You're gonna like it again.
Pretty promising stuff, I'd say, for the Pats.
I am waiting for. He was on Prize Picks. They took him off.
For this Sunday, or you mean for last week?
This Sunday, for the Jags game, because I was
See if he's back.
About to make my entry for the game, and I didn't see him today, but I saw him yesterday, and I was like, "What the fuck? There goes the camera again." Did you plug it in?
I did. Probably just as struggling power wise.
Sorry, who is Big G's a big hater in this chat.
He is. He says the Jags. I feel like the Jags being bad is just fitting. The whole franchise is ugly, from logo, mascot to the colors. They're hideous all around. Ship them to England.
And then do you see what he just said now? I hate Jack's opinion on anything.
Oh my god. Well, that's a good one.
Is that the guy who told me to have energy that one day?
Yes. There's no energy on your live stream of the Jags getting pummeled on Monday Night Football.
Yeah. He's like, I need more energy.
Wait, we play on Sunday Night Football, don't we, this year? Like, probably soon.
Eagles.
It's in 3 weeks.
Gross.
Oh my god.
Gross.
Please. Can we flex that? Can they flex that?
They can that early. I mean, would be week 10?
God, please flex that. Get us out of there. That's crazy that we're going to be on Sunday Night Football.
Jalen Hurts.
Drake May is back on Prize Picks with a passing yards of 194.5.
I guess they took him off because he was under the popular tab. So I guess a lot of people were like picking him. So they probably got nervous. And they were
back on the popular tab.
They were probably making the call to Vegas saying, what do we got to put this line at? But I'm still taking that. Actually, I'll take his rush yards less.
Oh, a taco discount. 21 minutes left on that for Kamara on Thursday. Thursday Football's week is going to be bad.
Who is it?
Saints versus Broncos. Spencer Rattler versus Bo Nix.
Hasn't Bo Nix been like playing pretty decent for a rookie?
Won't be watching that.
No. Not like 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, but he's not like throwing pick sixes every game.
He's pretty up and down. I'd say no. And I'm a Bo Nix guy. I think he's going to be better than people think, but so far he hasn't been like
Saints
hasn't been must-watch TV on Thursday Night Football, if I must admit.
Well, NFL still brings in them viewers. They got their fan base by the throat.
Duval Chris says, when is the clown game?
I'm not going to another game, so I don't do it whenever you want.
What?
You had a game in 2 weeks.
There's no.
I'm not going Packers game.
There's no.
Zero shot.
No.
There's no clown energy anymore.
I'll go to the tailgate, but I'm not going to the game.
Come on.
0% chance.
Go.
He's going to go to the game.
Why? To sit?
Because the Jags.
We're not going to sit near Mitch or Christian. I'm not going.
I don't know where Christian's staying.
There's a -% chance actually that I go.
I should offer him my second
you to go.
bed.
You couldn't pay me to go.
He didn't sound like he was.
Tommy's gonna want to go.
$1,000, yes.
Tommy's coming.
So I can pay you to go.
Yes, but you wouldn't realistically pay
500.
Yes.
Tommy's gonna twist your arm and you're gonna go.
250.
This weekend's a big mystery.
200. $200.
Yes.
All right, we can raise $200. Get you to go.
Okay.
Discord.
Just do an entry on Thursday Night Football to win 200.
I don't want to go. I'll just pocket that. I don't like. I'd rather do it so many more things.
Venmo at Dunn and Drew. Make funds.
The Dunn and Drew,
no one wants me to go.
Yeah, the Dunn and Drew community would definitely pay $200 for you to go. No, if we legitimately asked them to, as you're beating Walter out of the room.
That wasn't on camera.
Yeah, they don't like the videos going.
I don't know what to do, guys.
I think you know exactly what to do. You just don't want to. You just don't want to get up like 7 feet.
No, it's I plugged it in and the battery is depleted.
I think the battery's overheated.
So
Because these hot takes.
yeah, this is not going to be a good rest of the pod, but we'll do it for the audio version anyway.
But there's no home games worth going to rest of the season. We said the season is cooked. We meant it.
Did I just play Dino's second one?
No.
Okay, here we go.
I'd like to address Matt again. Matt, I'm sorry for the verbal abuse that I did in my first voicemail. Sorry if that came across abrasive. You're a nice guy and didn't deserve what I said in my first voicemail. So I just wanted to publicly apologize and make sure that there's no hard feelings between you and I. I love you, and I hope that we have a great friendship in the future.
All right.
All
All right. What's up? This is Charles. You know how it is.
This is a long one.
Just got home, doing my thing.
His lines are nice.
I just finished listening. I don't even know what the fuck it is to this voicemail above me. Apologizing to Matt, but that's another thing. Moving on. Y'all know what I'm already about to talk about, man. I don't want to do it to my boy Bryson and stuff like that. I know it's rough. Y'all got Dak. It's rough. But I'm saying Cowboys fans, how it feel to take that ass whooping, because it felt great. It felt great. The Lions did it again. They did it again. Oh my God, the boys were doing their thing once again. That game was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I'm not gonna lie though. Addressing the elephant in the room, it's rough. Losing Hutch, it's rough, man. And the fact that we might not have him, rest this year, most likely, unless somehow we make a run to the bowl, which we gonna do our best to. That's the hope that he comes back for that game, pulls a miracle, clean, but heals up all right. That's the hope. But in the meantime, we're going next man up. I trust Brad Holmes. I don't know about sending 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby all the way right now. Bring him home. I mean, that's a lot of money we're going to take on cap. But, I mean, if we do it, fuck it. I trust Brad. Maybe we'll get somebody else replacement. But in the meantime, next man up, like I said, heal up Hutch. I hope you're going to be fine, man. She was going to be looking like defensive player of the year, honestly, the way the kid was playing. But he gonna come back all right, strong. We're going to be fine. The boys will figure it out. Quick special shout out. Anybody who is watching the NLCS 1-1 after that first night, I think that series is going to 7. Just a little baseball talk, but we all know we want to see Shohei versus the Yankees in the series, so that's what matters all. But that's talk for another time. It's been your boy Charles. Y'all have a good week. Don't worry about that team in Jacksonville. Y'all gonna be fine.
Fine.
Get the pick, and you'll be good. Charles out, though. Peace.
What do you mean we'll be good? We had the pick twice, number 1.
Don't even need the mic. We can hear him.
We'll be good? This comes from someone who has no clue what it's like to be who we are. Even though he's a Lions fan.
I think he does have a little bit of a clue.
That one went 0-16.
That's what winning does to you. You become detached from what you were.
Yeah, that nigga blind. They just won 47-0 basically, and he's like, "Damn, y'all be good. We just won. Y'all be all right."
You no idea, Charles. No idea. Let's see. What'd you say next?
One last add-on. That reference was into Dino's message and apology to Matt. I appreciate that. You a real one, Dino, because I be hating Matt sometimes too.
Don't we all? Oh, JC with a voicemail.
Oh, nice.
How long?
A minute.
Wow, this gotta be good.
Here we go.
Hello, fellas.
Fantasy
Alex,
advice.
Jack, and Eric. Been enjoying Alex's addition to the pod. The baking is awesome. Fantasy football is dead to me. It's stupid. It's a childish game. Doesn't matter. Doesn't even. I mean, why do I even bother? Try like sports. Sports is just whatever, man. Anyways, so I think I'm slowly becoming a degenerate. I'm sending Bubba or Daniel $5 to place bets for me.
That's crazy.
Haven't won anything. I feel disgusting. Yeah. So, love you, Eric. Sorry that your team sucks so much, but at least you're getting engagement on your videos. They're fucking hilarious. I don't know how you do it. This team is complete trash. Like, yeah.
You're his king.
Flamingo's comment right now.
What did he say?
Of Andy crawling on the floor.
Oh.
He said, that arch, though. I don't recall. Why is JC not address you in voicemails?
He doesn't let me have a beef.
What's the
They have a Discord beef.
One time I like cut his voicemail short because he was.
It was a year ago.
Oh, I do vaguely remember this.
And then when I did it, he ignored me on Discord for like 3 straight months, maybe more.
Yeah,
like would not acknowledge me. And ever since then, he and I have had beef.
He can keep a bit going.
I do recall this now. Yeah.
Oh, Daniel.
His life's so good.
You know what's going on, guys?
His shit long
Daniel
as
from
fuck.
Iowa.
He's gonna be talking about the Cyclones.
Just sending in another voicemail, bragging about how good my life is right now. Yeah, Iowa State last weekend. We go on the road. We play West Virginia. It's a nighttime, primetime game. West Virginia's in their new cool uniforms, the Coal Rush. What do? Fuck them on their field, 28-16.
Lucky.
What is Iowa State? Iowa State is ranked 9th in the country this week. 9th. We are favored in every single game that we play for the rest of the year. Can't believe it. It's unreal. On that team, too, for our linebacking core, all 3 of those guys are actually from my area, from our small town Iowa area code 712. So shout out to 712. Holding down the deep. Our defense is one of the best in the country, legitimately. Unreal. I cannot believe what I'm watching, dude. And then it comes out, I think it was like yesterday, all the polls for basketball are out. Iowa State is the only school in the country to have a top 10 football, men's basketball, women's basketball, and it doesn't matter, but cross country as well. They are top 10 in every single one of those. They are also top 10 in wrestling. It is that doesn't even feel real to say. If you would have told me that, I'd be saying that 10 years ago. I would have put you in a home. Iowa State is not supposed to be this good. It's unreal. That's all I got. The Vikings had a bye week. I just wanted to brag about Iowa State for a little bit. Hopefully we can secure this Big 12 championship, go to the playoffs. I don't even give a shit what happens. I just want to make the playoffs, honestly. So this is long enough. I'll let you guys get to it. Enjoy the pod. Love you, boys. Take care.
I love you, Daniel.
You deserve this. After all you've been through over the past year, you deserve it. But
Although his world could come crashing down because Vikings and Lions match up this weekend.
yeah, we look at Iowa State's who they've played. North Dakota.
Don't cook him.
Like Iowa State, they've beat everyone who they've been up against. And I give them that. But they may have one of the
Comment?
Gooch turned me into crawling into a meme.
Oh, God. In Discord?
It's not even that funny, but the time he took to make that. It's in the Dunn and Drew channel.
You look double cheeked up though.
I know. Okay, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Alex?
Iowa State schedule.
Iowa State may have one of the easiest schedules I've ever seen.
Oh no!
But happy for you, Dan. You have to play who you have in front of you, and you're taking care of business week in and week out. And I hope you guys don't have a slump. Texas Tech could be a pretty good game at Utah. Kansas State last game of the year. So best of luck to you. I will not be seeing you in the playoffs because Tennessee won't make it.
It is a funny meme. It's like you posed for it. What were you even doing down there?
I was cleaning up hair from the carpet, dog hair.
Short's doing something for you.
You really are. You ain't got all that ass.
I know, I don't. All right, where we at?
Send me a pair.
All right, here we go.
Good evening. This is Matt submitting from Chicago. And these past 24 hours of being a Bills fan have been up and down after that abysmal Monday Night Football game where 22 flags were thrown in total between the Bills and the Jets. The game was borderline unwatchable towards the end, where it seemingly was a flag every other play. But the important thing was, of course, squeaking out that win against a very not great Jets team. And then also news this afternoon that we signed Amari Cooper, which might be a bold take, but I think the Amari Cooper era of the Bills will be more successful in at least playoff total wins and potential championships than the Stephon Diggs era. So very exciting news that Josh will have people to throw to that aren't HVAC technicians, plumbers, and electricians. So very excited to see that. And also, the two throws that he made last night, I think, are worth noting. Of course, the scramble from his own end zone, fading out of bounds, a 42-yard throw to Ray Davis at midfield was spectacular. And then also in the red zone in that same game, where he dipped under a defender and found Dawson Knox in the end zone. Just throws that I don't think any other quarterback in the league could make. Not even Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. I think his playmake ability is the best in the league. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what this edition brings us. We luckily got a very simple matchup next week against the Titans, where we can really show off the new weapon that we acquired. So looking forward to it. So thank you guys for recording the podcast. It's a great joy, and I look forward to hearing the rest of the episode. Have a great night. Thank you.
Oh, that was cute. Did he say
Sounds scripted.
The Amari Cooper era is gonna be better than the Stephon?
Bring more playoff wins.
Yeah, he's not saying personally or specifically Cooper is going to be better than Diggs. He's just saying the team is going to do better than what they did with Diggs, which means they have to get the Super Bowl.
Okay. Well, they had Diggs in his prime. They have Cooper in his twilight era.
I don't think it's particularly pointed at.
Well, he
Cooper.
shouldn't have mentioned them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should have said
that throw he was also talking about to Ray Davis was incredible, but Mahomes can also do it too.
Yeah, he could. So could Caleb Williams. So could Anthony Richardson, probably. So could Trevor. No.
So could Joe Milton.
So could Kenny.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, not Anthony Richardson.
Oh.
Quick correction. We did not, of course, sign Amari Cooper. We traded for him. So I just want to issue that correction.
I corrected him.
Thank you, Matt.
Mid voicemail.
Oh my God, it's Dino again.
Actually, I take it back. Now that I'm reading this little powwow between Matt and Hunter, this message is for you, Matt. Fuck you and your fucking Bills, motherfucker.
Oh, powwow. All right, that's all the voicemails we got. Anything else, guys? How we doing in fantasy?
You guys can talk about your teams. I'm ass.
I don't want to.
How many teams you got, Jack?
You know.
5?
5.
I have 6.
Yeah.
You have 6.
6.
What's your I don't know. I don't even know what to ask.
Right, exactly. You don't care.
I'll talk about the one that matters between you and I. I had a player score negative -0.1 in the 9:30 game, and then the players score negative -0.5. Because
That's crazy.
Because they both, Etienne got negative yards, but Olave had one play and got injured and fumbled on the play. And I still somehow managed to almost come out with a win, and it hurts, but it is what it is.
You still outscored me.
What's your record?
I'm 4-2.
Fuck.
4-2, but like I have injuries everywhere.
That's right.
But maybe Cooper Kupp comes back this week.
Jack, the league you care about most? What's your record?
2-4.
Yikes.
3-3.
I'm 3-3.
You're 3-3?
4-2.
I was about to say, you're pretty nice right now, boy. That trophy's sitting pretty.
I know.
You better get another dub versus me.
This might not leave this spot. Are we playing this week?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have 6 waiver claims in. I'm down horrendous. I have 1 running back.
You might want to go ahead and ask Bubba for his address.
Oh.
It's going to him.
His team is that crazy?
He's averaging like over 150 every week.
Fuck. What's he cooking with?
Like, I don't know. Like, he's just, like, I don't think he has any, like, standout, but, like, every single one of his players just continues to put up points. And he had, like
if one doesn't,
he had
another one does.
He had Jonathan Taylor on the bench this week and scored 170.
Well, if we remember last year, I was in the same. Well, I wasn't as good as I am now, but it only matters. What are you doing for me in December? And in December last year, I was averaging like 180 points a week.
Well, he has Jordan Love, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Chris Godwin's been eating. Debo had a good game. Brock Bowers was probably tied in 1 in fantasy, tied in 2.
Whoa.
Fields on the bench. If Tua comes back, Waddle. His team doesn't look that good now. But his team just continues to perform.
Well, he got like 40 points from his kicker and defense this past week.
His Steelers defense and Steelers kicker. That homer fuck.
Hey,
it works.
Steelers defense is 5th, and Chris Boswell's probably kicker 2.
Damn. And nice. Jack, y'all can't get in the end zone, boy? Come on.
We can. TJ Watt.
Oh, my God.
Bro, Steelers fans,
what do we do?
They slurp TJ Watt. Like, get over him. He's good. Whoa.
Who's MVP right now?
In what?
Who is the
NFL?
I think Mahomes is the favorite.
What?
That's not what I asked, Jack.
He ain't even going crazy.
I wanted your opinion.
He ain't even going crazy.
Yeah, he's not.
Mahomes
Burrow should be up there more, but he's not.
Should be Derrick Henry.
And they're not going to give it to him.
Should be Lamar Jackson.
Lamar's been pretty.
I would say Lamar, Josh Allen.
It goes Mahomes, Lamar, Stroud. Stroud and Allen are tied.
Texans wins margins are like 2 every single week.
Purdy is next. Then Jane Daniels, then Goff, then Darnold, then Love, then Burrow.
Darnold.
Well, Burrow's 2 and 4.
Yeah, if he brings it to the playoffs, then.
Where's Brian Thomas?
Let's see what the first non-quarterback is.
It's going to be Derrick Henry.
It is.
Plus 3,000.
Derrick Henry's plus 6,000. Then
Then
the next non-quarterback is Justin Jefferson, plus 10,000. Saquon plus 10,000. And then TJ Watt plus 15,000.
But he's probably like 150 for defensive.
He plus 140 for defensive player of the year, and the next one's plus 800.
Oh,
because Aiden Hutchinson got hurt. So
who's it?
He was also in the running.
Who is it?
Second, Chris Jones, tied with Will Anderson at plus 800.
Will Anderson.
I feel like Chiefs ain't been doing shit, but they 5-0.
It's insane.
It's dumb.
They find ways to win games.
Yeah,
I think it's their defense more than anything.
Defense
and the refs.
really good.
And the refs, yeah.
Damn, they have a great defense, but they have like a quarterback that won't lose them a game. Well, he tries sometimes.
They have a quarterback that will win you a game.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he may be playing awful the entire game, but that last drive, he's going to go get points.
Well, this was my last season, so it would be, well, I said Chiefs were 3-peating, so this would be just a boring way to go out.
What about the Lions?
Well, I'm just high on them right now. They're just fun. They give me the energy that I once experienced for half a season last year. So it gives me like nostalgia watching the Lions locker room, knowing they were once ass, and now they're kings of the pride. But it will be Chiefs. And then I'll sign out. Go Spurs.
Can you sign us out tonight?
Yeah. Hit me. Thanks for listening, guys. Thank you, Alex, for another delicious dessert. Kind of full as fuck. Thank you, Jack, for your Steelers analysis. And thank you, Andy, for never listening to college football analysis. Appreciate all you guys on live. You guys can listen on Spotify and Apple Music. Follow me on Spotify. I got a Jags album coming out soon. Until next time, this has been Dunn and Drew, baby, with a hint of Jack and a sprinkle of Seuss.